Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to your class. Ninth class, today we are going to solve another long question which is about what did Allama Iqbal have to say about the two nation theory and about Pakistan movement. So let us start our class. Now the notes are displayed on the screen and you can see as we are going to write about a personality. So the first thing that we always do whenever we are going to write the ideology of any personality is that we introduce that personality. So let us begin with Allama Iqbal. He was a philosopher, he was a revolutionist, he was a poet, he was a scholar. Allama Iqbal was very distressed over the economic condition and over the economic deprivation of Muslims in the subcontinent. And Allama Iqbal always talked and he always emphasized on the importance of unity in the Muslims. And he had always maintained that Muslims shouldn't be united because of the region they are living in. They shouldn't be united because of the language that they speak. They should be united. There is a bigger relationship, there is a bigger bond between the Muslims that unite them, and that is their religion. They say that whenever we talk about the unity, there is only one thing that unites the Muslim, and that is their religion, Islam. And Allama Iqbal was a firm believer of two nation theory. He addressed Allahabad, and in that famous address, he gave this idea of an independent state in which he said that there should be a separate state into the northwest side of subcontinent. And the same idea of Allama Iqbal was then presented in the form of Lahore Resolution in 1940. Now we are going towards the ideas of Allama Iqbal and how through his work he endorsed these ideas. For example, the first thing that he talked about was the Muslim nationhood and Islam. As I said, that Allama Iqbal always believed that the force that binds the Muslim together is their religion. He said that no language, culture, geographical region, nothing is as powerful as the religion is. In his words, he said, Islam is something more than a creed. It is not only a set of worships, it is not only a set of certain kind of deeds. In fact, it guides the Muslim about each and every step they take in their life. Similarly, patriotism. As we know, the patriotism is the love for the country. So Allama Iqbal had always maintained that patriotism is one of the Islamic traits. And as a Muslim, it is our duty to be faithful to the country that you are born in. But he said that it shouldn't be based on the nationalism. And according to him, it is the part of our religion. The words of the Allama Iqbal are given below. You can check it. Then the democracy and equality. Allama Iqbal firmly believed in democracy, and according to him, when the separate nation for the Muslims is made and the step for its constitution comes, he said that always keep in mind that there are two things that should guide you in formulating the constitution of that country, and that is that the absolute authority belongs to Allah Almighty, and the other thing is that all the members of the community, whether they are Muslims, they are non-Muslims, they are rich, they are poor, whoever they are, they should be dealt with absolute equality. And honestly speaking, that is what our religion says. Muslim independence is the only solution. According to Allama Iqbal, if Muslims have to live an independent, if Muslims have to live an honorable and dignified life, it is important to get rid of exploitative Hindus and British. According to him, if Muslims and Hindus are kept together into a single country, they will keep fighting with each other. In this way, they will destroy the culture of each other. And you can never attain a peaceful country until and unless you divide these two nations into two separate countries. Another thing, Allama Iqbal had always maintained that if you want to improve the economic conditions of the Muslims, it is important to let them live into a separate country. Solutions of Muslims' economic problems, as I have told you in the previous topics, that at that time the poverty and the economic deprivation of the Muslims was one of the major issues that they were facing. They were not given a chance to lead a dignified and a respectable life. So according to Allama Iqbal, if Muslims have to flourish economically, if they have to flourish socially, culturally, it is important to have a space where they should, experiment with their own Islamic laws. And according to Allama Iqbal, the only solution of this deprivation is to implement the Islamic economic system, which is not based on the interest. Then he also wrote a letter to the Qaid Azam in which he maintained that if you want Muslims to flourish, it is inevitable that they should be given independence from the Hindus and from the British. And now we are moving towards the conclusion. As I have always maintained, that conclusion is very important. Whenever you are writing anything, it is very important to conclude it. So we can say that Allama Iqbal played a very powerful role in initiating the Pakistan movement. He united the Muslims through his ideas, through his philosophy, and Muslims were able to determine their directions only because Allama Iqbal, through his speeches, through his work, showed the Muslims that direction. Now the notes are provided. I hope these notes will be helpful for you. Take care. Thank you so much.